Hey, what's up, everyone? I hope everyone's had a good day so far. It's about almost 5 o'clock. It's on my way home. Just wanted to it's been a while since I've been on here. I'm stuck in traffic, so I just wanted to, like I said, get everything out. I'm still in awe of, the FCC game last night against Chicago Fire. Just what an unbelievable scene that was. Nippert Stadium, again, absolutely rocking. And I gotta give the crew at FC Cincinnati and everyone. I gotta give them double, triple, quadruple thumbs up on the entire atmosphere that they help provide. It's just, FC Cincinnati, and I will say this: I've been to many sporting events throughout my time on this earth, and I've seen playoff games, all-star games, stuff like that. I will continue to say nothing beats the atmosphere of a professional soccer match. It is a truly amazing thing to see live and experience it. The passion. That's why it's the world's game. The passion you get, it's something. It's just completely just indescribable. It's unbelievable. And I wish I could explain it more and break it down a little more. But again, it's just something that you have to experience it live. And everyone I was around yesterday, we couldn't, we couldn't believe it. I fully expected, going into that match, playing the Chicago Fire, who are, again, the second place right now, currently in the Eastern Conference standings in MLS. They're a damn good team, and they were missing a few guys who had international call-ups. So with that being said, that was just a situation where we did kind of get a little lucky, in not facing a few other guys that are. Just really, really good. Dax McCarty's one of them. David Akam is another one. So, those two guys, each with the international call-ups. But, the best part is we did get to see Bastian Schweinsteiger, who, growing up a German soccer fan like I have been, Schweinsteiger was one that I truly admired and loved to watch. And the fact that he played and I got to see him against my club, FC Cincinnati, it's just it was so surreal. And FC Cincinnati matches are, I like to say that they're a spectacle. They are it's hard to describe. It is an event. And to have the passion and that the fan base provides, especially in the Bailey, the march to the match, everything that goes along with an FC Cincinnati game is top notch and first class. So that's one thing that as a soccer fan that I truly enjoy that. Going to the pubs downtown and everything like that, or not in downtown, but in Clifton, around the area. Going to Ladder 19. Shout out to Ladder 19. That place is awesome. Chris and I really enjoyed ourselves yesterday. That atmosphere of a pregame area, before you go to a game like that is, it's a cool thing to experience. And walk into the match and the little kids area that they have there, that's really cool as well. And then once you get in, the general admission ticket price is just awesome. I'm telling you, everyone needs to go and experience it. I've seen, I was at the Crystal Palace match. I was at, the Crew, and then now Chicago Fire. Something like that, to experience that. And I've been to, obviously, a couple USL matches as well. But what FC Cincinnati's doing is something that, and I continuously tell people, hop on that train, because that train's not going to stop, and you're going to be along for the ride, and hopefully you don't get left behind, because it's something that is, like I said, it's an event, it's an experience, and just to ride that wave of emotion is something It's, like I said, it's indescribable, and it's a lot of fun to truly experience live. And but again, it's all top notch from the folks at FC Cincinnati. But what they're doing right now is something. It's something it's well worth the publicity they're getting, and it's well worth everything's well worth the price of admission. Is kind of the best way for me to put that. I'm so happy, for what we have here in this city. I've, being a Bengals fan, Reds fan, this is also, with Cincinnati being such a soccer hotbed. A lot of people don't believe it, but if you look at the clubs that we have, soccer clubs around here, youth soccer is huge. You've obviously got, Cincinnati Cup, you've got Warren County, you got all these different, club teams around the area that are, that are producing some solid players. High school soccer is really big here, with a couple of the local schools doing big things. And then you got a couple, of the lower teams, Cincinnati Dutch Lions, who play down at NKU. They're a great, I believe they're NPSL, I believe. Those are the kind of teams that we're getting in this area. And again, you want to follow those teams and follow their rise, and especially with FC Cincinnati, what it's going to bring to what it continues to bring to this area is it's indescribable. It's awesome. And again, as a sports fan, you want to be along for that ride, because it's something that is it's exciting. And what we've seen so far, I'm babbling. I know I am, but I'm so, I guess it's all this emotion is coming from me being so excited about what we've seen from this club and from what this city has provided. I mean, we are the talk of the sports world right now, especially with everything that's been going on here with this club. And I like to think we're America's sweethearts when it comes to soccer right now. I mean, it's cool seeing other teams tweet at the FC Cincinnati, Twitter account wishing us good luck against the MLS opponents. Hey Ryan, how you doing? I just hope all's well, buddy. Hope you're having a good summer. But yeah, back to the whole FC Cincinnati thing. Being at the crew match, there was that the whole hell is real. That whole moniker. That was a very cool thing to experience. Something like that we can provide. We had 30,160 fans at the crew match for US Open Cup match in the middle of a week on a Wednesday. That's incredible. And it seems like we are single-handedly reviving the US Open Cup tournament, which is it's a great tournament. Again, if you're not a soccer fan, kind of look up the FA Cup, because it's sort of along the same lines as the US Open Cup. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Lower division teams, working their damnedest to get up and make some noise and make it to CONCACAF Champions League spot by winning the cup, which is that's something fantastic in and of itself. But for FC Cincinnati to continue to do what they've done, and again, atmosphere has been awesome, and they've been lucky enough to host all their U.S. Open Cup matches this year. Have been at home. AFC Cleveland at home, then taking on Louisville City at home, then obviously to facing the Crew home, and then taking down Chicago Fire, who are, like I said, they provided a lot different animal to the club than what the Columbus Crew did. Chicago Fire, like I said, having Bastian Schweinsteiger, who sit back, and it was amazing to watch live. Watching him, and I told my wife, he was basically the midfield maestro. Watching him direct everything from the back and forward. You knew, and I was one. Unfortunately, I didn't get the write-up on the website, but I wasn't feeling good about the match going in. I fully expected I fully expected him to unfortunately lose, but the longer the match stayed tied, stayed at 0-0, you knew that pressure was going to continue to go fully on Chicago. And Kyle, I'm not a fan. Don't talk. Don't even entice me. I'm talking soccer here, man, and I don't need these negative comments here about Duchesne going to Columbus. I can't afford that. I'll end up one in a car accident because I'm periscoping while driving, so that's safe. But yeah, don't be doing that. You're gonna get me all flustered, and I'm gonna wreck, and you guys are gonna see it all live. But hope your vacation's going well, by the way. Back to soccer. By the way, Kyle, I did see. I saw Kirk at the game yesterday. I saw good old Kirky, so I thought you'd be happy. I know you miss him. But again, back to FC Cincinnati. They did unveil their stadium plans, as many of you saw. It's if you look at the Allianz Arena in Munich, Germany, as Munich is obviously Cincinnati, it's one of the sister cities of Cincinnati. They basically did the same. It's along the same lines, almost the same exact design. Obviously, about 50,000 seats smaller than the Allianz Arena, but the light up effect. I, for one, out of the 3 stadium sites, as some of you may know, I believe it was Newport. Yeah, the Newport location right next to the Licking River. That is the site that FC Cincinnati submitted to MLS, along with obviously everything else. To me, in looking at, if you look at the breakdown of the boxes that need to be checked, the stadium plans, yes, attendance and all the things that MLS look at. FC Cincinnati has all the checks, or all the boxes checked that are needed. However, the only one would be the market size. The market size is not that big. However, TV-wise, continuously, I believe Cincinnati ranks one of the largest markets for TV viewing for soccer. I believe in the country, not one of obviously some of the bigger ones, but Cincinnati has, I believe, ranked relatively high in a lot of those markets, a lot of those rankings for markets for soccer viewing. So that's one thing we have on our side. Plus, you're with the stadium 25,000 or so, they're going to push capacity every single time. Well, they got me. Hey, there we go. I like that. Well done, Kyle. What were your honest thoughts of that? I want you to be honest and tell me what you thought watching that game. So, as for everything, I think the Newport location is going to be, I believe personally, that is my favorite location. I can only imagine, you sit back and you look at that stadium from the river, or even from the Ohio side, having that stadium lit up on match day. Oh, see? God, there you go. That's what I like to hear. I appreciate you being honest. And for me to be honest here, that was one of the greatest soccer matches I've ever attended live as well. But having that stadium lit up on the river just adds a lot. Being able to see that, see the Cincinnati skyline, I think adds a lot to it as well. You can really build up the Banks area and have the supporters marches across the bridge. It's things like that will add to the match day experience. But overall, I believe, in my heart, I'd be willing to bet my wife and kids on this, that we will hear something relatively positive in the aspect of this being an MLS city within the next, I'm going to say 4 to 5 months. I truly believe by the end of the year we will see FC Cincinnati becoming. Hey, what's up? Is that Harrison? It looks like I'm driving. I just want to make sure I'm good. What's up? How you doing? Hope you're having a good summer, man. But I truly believe, going back to the soccer thing, I believe that we will see an MLS franchise in this city here coming up within the next. I truly believe we'll hear the positive news within the next 4 to 5 months. Right now, I think the headliners are going to be Sacramento and us as well. along with Phoenix, I believe, could be one, along with San Antonio. San Antonio is going to provide they could provide a lot. But I think Phoenix is going to be one that's going to be that's in a really good position to gather a franchise as well. But overall, from what FC Cincinnati's been doing is something, like I said, that's, I want everyone to experience it. I know a lot of people who aren't soccer fans watched that match last night in the pure passion. One of the videos I posted up on my YouTube channel it was the full penalty kick. That whole sequence, it's only a video 6 minutes long. It was just, I was getting comments from England. Somebody from England commented and saying that it was the most passionate they've seen for soccer here in America. And that's saying something, obviously coming from, England, which, we hold England on a very high pedestal when it comes to soccer and their opinions. Right or wrong, it is what it is. But so to have an opinion like that, is obviously great. It's showing that the FC Cincinnati brand is really it's making its mark on the world, and especially the growth of soccer in the United States. I think you're going to see a lot more of that continuing to come through. So, again, I just kind of wanted to get some thoughts out before I head home here. But I'm hoping to do more of these. But I'm still, so like I said, I've babbled on for 16 plus minutes talking about this. But again, it's just all, I'm so proud of what has become this club, and the city taking over. It's awesome, and again, first class. And I would encourage everyone, soccer fan or not, go to a match and check it out. You got Richmond kickers coming up. That's going to be a big one. Crucial 3 points needed for that. FC Cincinnati goes on the road. They go Orlando City this weekend, and then they go to Tampa Bay next Thursday, and then you got Richmond at home. So very crucial stretch here for the guys in orange and blue to try and continue to cement their mark in the playoffs in the USL Eastern Conference. I mean, it's crucial for them. So, again, I would encourage you guys, like I said, soccer fans or not, get out, check out a match, support the team, support the city. It's fantastic. Again, it's something I would recommend to everyone. It's that much fun. And they're an exciting team to watch, and they are coming into their own now, playing much better soccer than what they were earlier. Coach Alan Koch has got these guys playing just, I think, really, really well right now. So, again, I would encourage everyone to check it out. As always, hit me up on Twitter at I am Chris Asbrock. It's the same on my Instagram account as well. So, again, thank you guys for kind of tuning in here and checking out my banter. Just like I said, dragging on. So I hope you guys all have yourselves a fantastic rest of the day, and have a great July 4th holiday, and hope everyone stays safe, be smart, and everyone have a good summer.